Namaste and greeting, friends. I thank you for joining me. I am Anita from Yoga on the Road. Today is more of a non-practice practice, definitely in the physical sense anyway. Today I'm here to talk to you about including a journaling practice into your already sort of dedicated yoga practice to enhance your practice. And it can do this on so many levels, including it can enhance your practice on a mental level, it can enhance your practice on a spiritual level, and even to a degree can highlight your practice on where you're moving on a physical level as well. Why should I include a journaling practice into my practice, I hear you might be asking. There are so many benefits to adding as an addition a journal practice particularly to your growing and your very new practice. The first wonderful benefit, I guess, of incorporating this into your practice is it can definitely help to strengthen your memory. So you might know already you've moved through practices, whether that be in a class environment, whether that be with a tutorial with me, whether that be your own practice, that you get to the end and go, wow, that practice made me feel really good. What did I do again? This is your opportunity to kind of sit with yourself, to write the steps that you recall and remember. You might incorporate some of the elements that you really enjoyed, that felt great in your body. You might incorporate elements that you know you're still striving to work towards. Journaling is also an opportunity, like I just mentioned, it's a reflection on your growth in your practice. And it also can help to track your progress. So you see where your weaknesses are, you see where your strengths are. And as you continue to incorporate that journaling practice, you can really get a sense and a feel, particularly if you're reading back on old journal entries, you can see where you've moved from and to. I've also found it to be a great way to help to reduce stress and anxiety. Journaling is definitely an opportunity for you to write and dump things that you don't feel comfortable talking to other people about. It can be an opportunity for you to just get it all out, write it down. It's then up to you whether you have just dumped it and left it there, or you can go back and read on it later. So it's definitely a place to, like a little mini counselor, really. It's also a tool to help you as you're building your body awareness. It is a tool that can help you reflect on different sensations you've become aware of. That can be an external sensation. It can also be an opportunity to reflect inwards on what you've noticed. So yoga is really a big part about building your connection to your body awareness. So really, who am I to guide you on this path? I am in so many ways probably just like you. I am an emotional human being. I don't always find it easy to connect, express, communicate how I'm feeling. So I find that the practice of writing has been a great tool for me to help me reflect, to help me communicate or express myself creatively. And I have definitely found that the more that I've had the capacity to be able to sit with pen to paper, write down what I'm feeling, what I'm noticing, how I'm connecting. It doesn't have to be earth-shatteringly terrific. It doesn't have to be the best piece you've ever written. It's just an opportunity for you to connect with yourself. I am very coy by nature, and I've found that over time, the more that I write, I've backtracked. The more that I write, the better I have become as a communicator, I feel, to a degree. Like, I'm always going to be working on that, and I understand that. That's a process. But I'm definitely becoming more open to communicating how I feel, and that is okay. Understanding that that is okay. So on that note, I would like to share with you just one journal entry of mine. And this is not so much for you as a comparison on what your journal writing might be like. It is simply that we all have thoughts, we all have feelings. It might prompt some themes for you. And then after this practice, we're going to work through an experiential practice together. So this is what a journal entry on a particular day might sound like for me. Let's do our meditation is the focus. Seeing myself in the middle of the meditation experience, witnessing me from outside of myself, looking in. Bringing awareness to the music, feeling that music coursing through me, becoming my brain waves as they rhythmically dance to the tempo. Entering my bloodstream to course through my veins, sensing my heart beating to the beat of the drum. I am the rhythm. And then back in my head in a moment of thought, is it distraction? I am for a nanosecond with a 7-year-old, or am I that 7-year-old? And then I'm with my breath and acknowledging the sensations, the tingling, the numbness of my feet from sitting for 20 minutes. Thinking, don't let this override the otherwise serene and luxury of the time. Next, I'm enveloped in thoughts of my story, thinking each of us has one. How has it shaped me? And is it completely necessary to be caught up in, or at the very least important enough? The theta dream plays on as I languidly settle back into my meditation, honouring that I'm not really looking for answers like I might so often be in life, but just some peace, some light, some connection to everything else within and without. So it might jump around, it might not have a fluid rhythm to it like the sound of the music, obviously, but it is my thoughts, it is my feelings, same as you have thoughts and feelings. So I thought today we might move through a practice together just to give you some experience of what it might be like to either starting a journaling practice or to moving your journal practice to another step. So this is the beginning of the practice. We are going to sit down. We've just arrived on our mat for the sake of this practice. We're going to pick up our journal. We're going to open it to a page. And we might simply start by writing some thoughts down. Now, a thought could be, today I arrive at my mat and intend to be mindful. You might have a lot to say, you might have a little to say, you might have nothing at all to say. If you have nothing at all to say, you could write that down. I have no thoughts, I have no idea of the theme, I have no idea where I'm moving to. So take your time, write that down, and then I want you to choose one pose. One pose might look like you sitting in a cross-legged seated position. Remember, our theme together is of mindfulness. You might come to a child pose. You might just decide to focus on a breathing practice for let's say 2 minutes. So I'm going to set the timer. For 2 minutes, you're going to take a posture. It'll look different for all of us. And you're going to hold that posture for 2 minutes. Then when I stop us, we're going to reflect and write about that. So choose your pose. Settle yourself in. Our practice begins now. Slowly make your way out of whatever practice you arrived at. For the next 2 minutes, I'm going to give you the opportunity to pick up your journal. In that 2 minutes, I'm inviting you to reflect on that posture that you just dedicated that 2 minutes to. So this might mean that you're going to journal talking about what that pose looked like. So did you take a seated position? Did you take a child's pose? Did you take a breath practice? You might include prompts like, okay, it looked like this. What did it feel like? Did I have a feeling of discomfort? Was I completely at peace? Did I notice the sound of my breath? Were there other distractions around me? Did I notice that one side of my body felt different to the other? You get the drift? 2 minutes. The time starts now. and finish up on your practice wherever you're at. A journal entry can be something that you read back on. It can be something that you write once and you forget about. But you've given yourself the time to reflect. That is our journal practice. You've started it or you've picked it up again. You're moving. I will quickly share mine. I arrived with an intention. I watched the clock tick, thinking about what a funny thing time is. It's moving slowly while watching it, yet so rapidly in linear time. My breath, that's right, I was here for my breath. It's moving with a comfy rhythm in and out. I'm aware of my hip and feel a little discomfort. It can be free writing, and it might actually start with free writing until you are comfortable creating a theme for your practice. I hope this has given you some motivation to incorporate some type of journaling practice into your established yoga practice. If you would like to share anything that came up for you in the comments during that practice, that would be wonderful. It creates other themes for people. It makes us all aware as a community that we might not be so dissimilar in the way that we think and approach things. I thank you again from the bottom of my heart. If this is an episode that you enjoyed, please subscribe so you're notified of future tutorials that become available. I thank you with deep gratitude from the bottom of my heart for joining me for another practice, today's non-practice practice. Namaste. Thank you.